Hello, Miss Scott. Insert music here. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, cha! Oh my god, that is so dorky. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of 365. What's going on, my happy people? This is Deuce Pesic here at the ND Pesic Group, Tallahassee, Florida. I wanted to go ahead and do something interesting here today. Not so much with the music, but I realized, I'm making this channel to share my journey in everything business related, whether it's financial, strategy, innovation, ideas, networking, communication, so forth. So the other day I made a post about reaching out to Miss Makenzie Scott of the Makenzie Scott Foundation. And I've been following some leads. I hadn't tried to get our message across to her, but many of them had failed through. And then I realized she had a couple of social media channels. So I thought, hey, how about we introduce ourselves and post it to her social media platforms, in hopes that maybe if she sees this, she'll give us a few moments for a cup of coffee just to hear what we have going on. But at the same time, I figured this will be a great real-time type of a presentation for her, but actually for the followers that are curious about the value that it holds. And listen, she may never see this, but you know what? Something you have to understand: if you don't try, the answer is going to be no, right? So come along on this journey with me to go ahead and give her a pitch, and I'm going to do it right here, and we'll see where it leads us. So hold on. Hello, Miss Scott. My name is Deuce Pesic. I'm the founder and chief visionary officer of ND Pesic Group out of Tallahassee, Florida. I am honored to make this introduction to you. I know myself and a few of my followers are big fans of the work that you're doing, and God bless you. So many great organizations need that little push to get them to that level, which will ultimately cause great execution on their service, to the people and their communities. And we are such a story. I am the principal innovator of ND Pesic Group. So I've created 11 various product categories that affect 13 different markets. Our flagship product is the one that's the most important one, because it's a life-saving project. So when you develop an item that's going to go ahead and save countless lives, my mentor showed me that it becomes your duty, your responsibility, and your obligation to get it out to market. One of the things that's been interesting in my case is I've heard no hundreds of times. So what's interesting is that even though I've heard so many no's, we received just as many wows. Like, it's a great idea. The situation is everybody loves the idea, but nobody wants to help fund it. So I've tried many different things. If you follow the video thread, you'll notice I did a video where I actually auditioned for Shark Tank and America's Greatest Makers. And even though we weren't picked for Shark Tank, we weren't picked because we didn't have sales. It was an idea, but they didn't see beyond the fact that I had a patent out for it. So, once you have a patent, you're kind of solidified on ensuring its execution. But in America's Greatest Makers, I was picked, but once they realized that the structures weren't built, they actually excluded me from bringing me on. But for 20 minutes, it was great just hearing the validation in the project. And that's actually one of the things that keeps me moving forward is that we know we're going to positively impact global communities. We just know it's a fact. That's where we're going. And this actual structure, which we call Friends, that's FRENDS, and it stands for First Response Emergency Needs Dispatch Shelters. Now, you'll notice if you scroll down on my video feed on YouTube, I do have a pitch deck with animation video and the animation alone, and it'll show you the structures that we're building. What's interesting again is I've heard no so many times, and again, even though we weren't picked for the 2 TV shows, the interaction I had with its producers and its contact people only proves that what we're doing has merit and value. Now, the only thing that we're lacking is the funds to build it. So currently, outside of this, I'm actually tightening up the language, where we're approaching 3 different companies for sponsorship. And what's interesting is, because I'm building 2 structures, versions 2 and then 2.1, where this first structure is the one that's going to be kind of bare bones, but it'll give us the actual physical unit to present to our investors. Now, I'm getting you here on Twitter. You could see the different names that I tag on every single post that I put. So I don't pay for reach. I really don't have it in my budget, which is, which is tough. But I don't believe in impossibilities. I believe in taking chances and see where they lead. Now, the list of people as investors, while we have the prototypes built, the working prototypes, we definitely expect to gather those individuals to come here to check it out, so they could see what the versions of 2.0 and 2.1 are. They're both really 2.0, is just one is a different size, so I named it 2.1. But that's where we're at right now as far as our building, what we're doing, what we're building, and ultimately where we're going is it's 6 p.m. on a Friday evening. It's right over there where we're going. Right over there is Mars. The Friends project actually has 4 different versions of it, attracting different market in each one. Obviously, the first response industry, we're going with that one first because it's going to give the biggest impact. From there, we have a residential commercial version, we have a military version, and ultimately, I want to see my logo on one of our structures on Mars. I want to be known as one of the first real estate developers for housing our future, our future pioneers. So and no matter how many years that's going to take, it won't take long. But on our end, as far as developing a unit, because those same people, those are the ones that'll make a significant impact in how quickly we can move forward. So if you're not following me on Twitter and you want to find out who those folks are, go on Twitter, ND Pesic Group, and you'll see the list of names. I'm sorry, I had a detour, let my viewers in on that, but and it doesn't end there. What we ultimately want to do is we want to build long-lasting relationships. As Simon Sinek said, I'm playing the infinite game. I'm not playing a finite game. I'm not in this for cash. Thank you very much. Here's your return. We'll talk later. I am outside of business. I definitely want to do good things for communities. Like, for example, in our second year, when our bonuses come in for the first year's work, I want to take a portion of that and become a debt buyer. I think that's a fantastic program. And again, it's, how many people can you affect? And John Oliver on HBO did it himself one time, and the numbers just showed that you could, wow, like if I have $50,000, $60,000 to donate and set it up in a structure where 10,000 families are positively affected by it, come on, it doesn't you don't need to be a genius to realize those numbers are amazing. So that's what something I'm looking to do in year 2, and of course there's other things, but the reason I'm mentioning that is for you to see that I am in it for the long term. I'm 53 years old, and if by the time I retire, say 65, us entrepreneurs never really retire, but you know what I'm saying. By the time I'm 65, I may not be able to see all million people on Mars by 2050, but if I could see the first or second run help out our future explorers, wow, what a way to end this half of my lifetime, right? So, but that's where the joy, that's where the inspiration, that's the direction that we're going. And of course, that's a long direction, um, meaning, 3-4 years as far as going to Mars. But we will have a working prototype in a fraction of the time, just because we're modeling the same structure but with different materials and different options and so forth. But it's exciting. That's what we're looking to do. And I hope you take the time to see this and see that, really, what's really going to tie everything together is when everybody hears my story of where I've come from and where we are today. Um, it, it's it's been a great life. Okay, many difficulties along the way, but as far as how all that ties in with the sacrifices and the persistence and just to persevere, I want you to think about this as like a Rudy type story, like Rocky, right, where there's the protagonist fighting for a cause and then he wins in the end. And that's exactly the story that we're selling. Not selling, we're documenting and telling the truth. I'm operating my company on complete transparency, so if there's anything you need to know, obviously we're gonna be open to everything and not disclose anything. So much love to you. Thank you again for the wonderful work you do, and I'm not hard to find. So have a wonderful weekend, and we do hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. And remember, we are one people, one earth. Okay, so right there we did the initial who we are, and hopefully if we do get a call from one of Miss Scott's representatives, gatekeepers, associates, we're definitely going to go ahead and explain everything from our strategy of, marketing to build, where we're going as far as the benefits of sponsoring us or helping us. And that's tied in with the what we're doing as a company. Y'all know I'm chasing a TV spot. We want to definitely get together with Mike Rowe, creator of Dirty Jobs. We want to ask him for a 5-episode miniseries following our build of version 2.0. Along with that, obviously, social media, we're going to be blasting the build of version 1.0 all over to get the attention of Mike Rowe and the rest of the investors. So, we're not stalled. At least with this here, we're going in this together. So whatever the outcome is, if we fail, again, we fail forward, we fail trying. So if nothing happens, we're going to get up and try another way. If something great happens, we're all going to be sharing in it together. So those are the moments that I'm working towards. Trying, taking an opportunity here, creating another opportunity there to make the connections needed to just get us to begin. And the many years, I mean, remember 16 years ago this year is when the concept originated for its main purpose of being a mobile medical facility. So August 29th, 2005 is when I had the aha moment of, and that was the day Katrina hit. I was actually drawing at my desk. I was drawing how the Friends was going to work under a different application. But as I was drawing it, I looked at the TV and I was like, wait a second. And I looked at the drawings in the TV and I was like, we're going to make this a life-saving project first, and then all the other markets will follow. So, the sacrifices that I put in it, I've lost all my friends. Not all. I still have a few solid ones that believe in what we're doing and the direction that we're going, and obviously the ultimate goal of helping people in need in times of crisis. So, I'm actually really kind of excited to see where this leads. But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for following. We're definitely going to keep posted on this. I'm going to share anything that transpires over the next couple of weeks when it happens, if it ever happens. But if it doesn't happen, we'll find another way. Guys, it's Friday. Have a great weekend. You are going to hear from me tomorrow. It may not be long, but I did want to... I made this one a little bit longer simply because of the introduction. But you guys are awesome. Have a great Friday night, and we'll see you tomorrow. And always remember, we are one people, one earth. Peace to you.